All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Friday Five. I'm Ben Rosehart, joined this week by Drew Ammann, who's a senior on our Concordia men's basketball team. Drew, how you doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, happy to have you. We're getting right into our five questions this Friday. First question: who are some of your favorite pro basketball players of all time, whether they're currently playing or have since retired?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Definitely the first one that comes to mind is Kobe Bryant. Um, yeah, I got the chance to meet him when I was a young kid, and then I've always grown up a Laker fan. Always a big Kobe guy. And then probably modern players. Probably my favorite is Damian Lillard. I just love the way he plays. And then also I got a chance to meet him. He came to a Concordia camp, I think maybe last summer. So that was really cool too.
I remember that. I believe he's going to be in Space Jam 2,
Yeah, I
which
think
they were
so.
shooting around that time. Yeah, it was so cool to see Damian Lillard, in the flesh when he came to be present, at our camps here at Concordia. What a great opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got to ask you too, like, do you like growing up and even now, like, have you modeled your game after either of those players? Like obviously, like they're just on another level, but like
Yeah.
whenever you think like anything you've taken from them or other players.
Um, Not sure that I've taken anything away from them, like skills or anything like that. If anything, it's just, like seeing Kobe, how like determined he was, how hard he worked, that kind of thing, was motivating for me. But in terms of like skill set on the court, no, I didn't really, nothing like that.
No worries, no worries. Great answers. I mean, those have been. I think both Hall of Famers. I think Damon as
Yeah,
well
yeah,
in the
yeah,
future.
for sure.
I got to ask you also. Not everyone gets to have the experience that you have. On the women's basketball team here at Concordia, Coach Christine Collins-Kieran and her daughter are on the same team this year. One of her daughters is a freshman, and your dad is the coach of the men's team. And that's a unique thing. Just how has that been? What is it like playing for a team coached by your dad? And have you ever had that before when you were younger in other teams?
Yeah, no, I never really had that growing up. I think a lot of people assume that like, since he's a coach, I played for him like my whole life type thing, which wasn't the case. So it was a little bit of an adjustment at first, to be sure, a little strange, walking into practice and your dad's sitting there. But no, it's been great. I'm really, really grateful. I feel really blessed to get to experience that. Because like you said, not a lot of people have been able to do that like I have. So yeah, definitely very thankful.
Have you talked about that too with him? Just like getting another chance this year, to play with with the Eagles uniform, knock on wood, to be a part of the team and
Mhm.
the team that he's coaching.
Yeah, yeah. We've talked about it. Just you know, I think he
One more
knows that.
chance, one more go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. No, I'm looking forward to this year. Whatever it looks like. But yeah, love all the new guys we have, all the returners, new coaches. So I'm really excited for this year for sure.
Absolutely. Now you were a history major. You already received and earned your bachelor's degree,
hmm
and you had mentioned to me when we were talking earlier. You're pursuing your teaching credential, correct? To be a teacher someday, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm getting my single subject credential, which means that I can teach in at the high school level. So yeah, that's kind of the goal right now is to get my credential and then hopefully get a job as a teacher and probably do some coaching as well. So
I had to ask about that. Is that something maybe one of your passions? Have you ever thought about being a coach, kind of following in your father's footsteps in
yeah,
that
no,
regard?
100%. Growing up, I always wanted to. I thought I would just be a coach. Kind of as he is. Maybe a college coach, something like that. But I think teaching would be a great opportunity and something I really enjoy. So I kind of want to do both.
Absolutely. You get to work with young adults, kids. It's so important that time, as you know, and such a great time, in your life. And you get to interact with so many different people from so many different backgrounds. It's really a cool thing that sports, gives us that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. So be able to impact some young people's lives. It'd be a great experience and something that I look forward to.
Okay, so changing gears here now, what are some of your favorite movies, or do you have a couple favorite actors? Had to ask you.
Um, Definitely. Yeah, I like two actors. Will Ferrell's one of my favorites. Matt Damon I like as well on the more like kind of more serious type movies. So those are probably my two of my favorites. Ben Affleck's real good. I like him a lot. Yeah, some of those guys.
So, Elf or Anchorman, maybe
Ooh,
favorite Will
both.
Ferrell or Matt Damon movies?
Ooh. Elf's a classic, come around Christmas time. But probably Step Brothers might be my favorite. That's a great one for
Talladega Nights
sure.
is funny too. There's a lot of
Oh
good
yeah,
ones.
yeah, lots of good ones.
And I'm blanking on the one of the first movies that Damon and Affleck did together.
Good Will
Robin
Hunting.
Williams.
Good Will
Yes.
Hunting. Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. Yeah, it's a good movie.
We see very eye to eye with that. That's cool. Okay. Last question here on the Friday Five with you, Drew. What's just one of your favorite memories you've had so far since you first, joined the Concordia family?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's definitely been a lot of good ones. Man, I don't know that I can just pick out one single one. I think it's just maybe just being around a great group of guys for the last 2 years. Just having great relationships with them, and just being able to go to practice every day with guys that you really get along well with, that you like competing against in practice, and yeah. So I think that's probably the highlight and just the overall best part about being on the team is just the guys we have, for sure.
It's been quite a run the last couple of years, and
Yeah, yeah.
excited to see how everything unfolds this year and into the future. So, thank you again for being with us here on the Friday Five, Drew, and good luck with the teaching credential. And hopefully, we'll see you not only in a game, but on the sidelines someday as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks, Drew. Take care.
All right, you too.